We begin this program with breaking news. A missing U.S. weapons officer has been rescued in Iran. That's according to government officials. Both U.S. and Iranian forces had been searching for the American officer after their F-15E fighter jet was downed on Friday. They were recovered after what is described as a heavy firefight. Meanwhile, Donald Trump says all hell will rain down on Iran if it doesn't open the Strait of Hormuz by Monday. On social media, the U.S. president has said, "Remember when I gave Iran 10 days to make a deal or open up the Hormuz Strait? Time is running out, 48 hours before all hell will rain down on them." Tehran has rejected Trump's threat. A military spokesman said Iran would respond without limitation against U.S. and Israeli targets if Trump followed through. We are live in Amman, Doha, Beirut, and Tehran, and that is where we will begin with Mohammed Val in the Iranian capital for us. Mohammed, I want to bring you back to this breaking news that we have over the American airman that was downed inside Iran. What are you hearing from inside Iran about this situation?
Yeah, we've been following this, the progression of that situation overnight, but scarce details in terms of what really happened. We know that there were strikes on the city of Dehdasht, and that's in the same province, Kogiluye, where the aircraft was downed 2 days ago. And we know that people were killed there, 4 people were killed and 1 wounded, but also there were reports later on that the number of people who were killed may be higher than that. And some unofficial reports about clashes, but not confirmed to us. So it was a very intense situation there, and it was very clear that there was an operation going on by the Americans to try to rescue that pilot. Earlier on, the authorities were also looking for him, and the proof of that is that they even asked civilians during the last couple of days to participate in that search, with a reward for anyone that would find him. So the two sides were looking for the pilot. It's nighttime, and there were strikes on the city of Dehdasht, and people were killed in those strikes, and that's basically what we have. So there is clearly has been an operation to rescue the pilot.
All right, Mohammed, and I want to ask you as well about how Iranian officials are reacting to these latest threats from Donald Trump, or rather these reiterations of threats from Donald Trump, saying that there's just 48 hours now to make a deal or open the Strait of Hormuz.
Well, it's clear that the Iranians are not fazed by these threats. They have been responding to them since the day one when President Trump announced that ultimatum, before he extended it twice. So they have been saying consistently that they are not going to change any of their policies or their approach towards the Strait of Hormuz because of those threats. And they are saying that those threats are already underway. The execution of them is already underway because there have been strikes on power grids, the power outages in Tehran and Karachi, and also civilian facilities being hit, bridge universities and medical institutions, and also those petrochemical companies that have been destroyed over the last couple of days. So they are saying that this threat has already been, to some extent, executed. They are waiting for, the public here, the people waiting for worse, maybe if the major electricity companies will be completely destroyed. Of course, that's going to be something very bad for the Iranians, but also the Iranian leaders are saying that they are going to do the same to the other side. They're going to strike the same facilities across the region and in Israel. So, the same amount of defiance is still unchanged here in Iran, and the same policies about the Strait of Hormuz also unchanged.